Oh, my TV.
Totally calling your number. Nobody's answering. How dare you have this number flashing across the screen and no one's answering it? If you would answer, I mean, seriously, it's the least you could do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Least We Could Do. Your fucking hosts are here. Jimmy and motherfucking Dwayne.
Here we are. Another.
I couldn't help it. You started giggling, and then I started giggling.
I don't know what happened. Welcome to another show. It's November 28th, 2020.
Maybe we leave and come back.
Maybe.
Jimmy knows how to end broadcast early. So
those are there. Like those are going to be on the comments for Twitch.
Yeah, they're comments,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Commented that
Don't
shit.
leave. Just come back, people. Wow, what a show we've got planned for you today. This is the post-Thanksgiving spectacular. I am one of your hosts, and joining me as my other host is Dwayne Primo. How are you, Dwayne?
I'm good, buddy. How are you, man?
Man, I'm good. Already got your
I haven't
Christmas
talked
lights
to you
up.
all week.
Well, that's the plan. I think we've cemented, and then also it keeps the surprise going because like for instance, Kyle, our producer, how you doing, buddy?
well, I've had the best week and the worst week ever. So.
And
It's the least you could do.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Because if we had talked during the week, we may have heard the progression of how things were going, and there is nothing nothing worse than having to like help somebody through something. Can we all agree? It's just
It's worse having to pretend it's the first time you've done it. Because if we talked to each other, we would have worked through this earlier in the week. You know,
right, and spoiled it. So I mean, now we get on here, during our before show time, and we have a moment, and then wondering, is Kyle gonna join us? Where is he? So then we go to the Marco Polos. We find out that he's still driving, and we get a play-by-play of his soap opera life, and we're like, is this show? Is this? What is this show gonna go on without him? Because like you weren't even here, Kyle. You were gone taking care of yourself. We had some sort of slide stuck on the screen that we didn't know how to get it off of there. We were able to add ourselves to the show, remove ourselves from the show, and nothing.
Jimmy was completely panicked, but he had no audio.
You could see me down in the bottom, just shaking my hands. I was like writing notes and holding it in front of the.
He was poloing me.
I saw those polos.
And that was his form of. He could hear me, but it was great.
Anyway,
you know what Jimmy is? Let me tell you what Jimmy is. Jimmy is what we like to call around here a shit technologist.
That's the drinking word.
That's the drinking words.
Did you spell it right? I think there's a Y in technologist. Look, shit technologist.
Grammarly said that was right.
I'll drink today.
That's a technologist. I'm a technologist, but I'm not a shit technologist.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're pretty good.
That's why you're the producer.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for going through all the trials and tribulations that you had to go through to get here. And we really appreciate you. All right, so let's
appreciate you. I'm out of here.
Okay, let's talk about what's going on with the show. First of all, let's say hello to our sponsors. We've got some of the most wonderful sponsors in the world. There's Ancient Astronaut Theorist University. We've got the Austin Facial Hair Club. They're not technically a sponsor, but man, we talk about them quite a bit, and we got some news coming soon about some stuff with the club. if you're interested. Okay, and then we've got Styko's Nut Scrub, cleaning Texas one nut at a time.
One nut
the,
at a time.
The finest industrial hand cleaner made out of nuts that you ever put on your hands. And then Fluffy White Biscuits. Oh yeah, Jimmy's
Steam Closet.
Well,
is an official sponsor.
I'm thinking about moving the steam closet inside the house, and then I've got that. We've already talked on the air about the cellulite removal device.
I feel like the steam closet in the apartment is a bad idea, Jimmy.
I agree. I see if it's in
your HOA complaining about it being on the balcony.
Nobody's complaining about it being on the balcony. But I've had numerous people in the neighborhood, in the apartment building, ask like, so what's up with the sauna? You know, can
I use it?
Can I get in the damn sauna? Can I get in there? And so I don't know if I
feel like
I don't want people in the sauna while I don't know they're in the sauna.
I feel like Kyle and I put the idea in your head of jerking off in the sauna, and now you're afraid that everyone wants to jerk off in your sauna.
Yeah, because I never did, and I never do, and then now, yeah, that's a thought. And then also, there's quite a bit of like juice that goes down to the bottom of this thing, and it's watertight. So if somebody doesn't properly clean up their juice, you know, like if
you're steaming in somebody else's juice, basically.
This is what I'm talking about. So you understand there's got to be some rules in sauna land. There are rules, and we're learning them every day, you know,
as we go.
Okay, so on today's show, are you excited about our guests?
We have a TikTok sensation,
Jared Walls, local Austin comic. He's a writer and he produces a podcast. I don't know if he wants to talk about that, but he's also you know, he's great on Instagram but TikTok is one of the things that's out there right now, and I think he's working on building his brand. And if you followed him on Facebook, and if you're not, he'll gladly like you, because he's a comic, and when you're a comic, you just like anybody that sends you a friend request, because it's numbers, you know, and you want an audience. So if you are lonely and you want a friend, I'm not saying that Jared's your guy, but he will grant your friend request if you send him a friend request.
That trend for comics to just accept friend requests is kind of a double-edged sword, don't you think? Because I think there are a lot of people out there that are looking to just shit on comics online, on social media and whatnot.
Well, it is, and then I've seen it over the years, because I was a Facebook friend whore at one point, and like me on Facebook, please. And you know what? I don't know how many friends I've got on Facebook, but it's too many. It's too many for me to interact with. Numerous times in my feed, I'm like, who is this guy? I've got a lot of names that are like very similar, you know, so like a Randy.
Plus, if you're anything like me, you probably have a lot of bearded friends, so everybody looks alike in a profile picture anyway.
Well, and I MC some of these contests, you know, for AFHC, and after anything that I do beard related, I will immediately get like another 50 to 100 friend requests.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm on stage, and so they see my name, and I may even be like, follow me on Facebook.
It's what do they call it? The post comp blues, where everybody's trying to connect.
Yeah.
They met over the weekend.
And then, but a lot of shirtless dudes, a lot of bears, and
a lot of Speedos.
I'm just saying, I'm a very attractive man, and I get it. I cross, all the teams want to pick me for dodgeball. So Jared, anyway, speaking of gorgeous men, Jared Walls will be with us here in a little bit. Also,
gorgeous men who are dodging your balls.
Yeah. this morning at 10 a.m., did you tune in for the Mr. Bus Driver Man Sir and her show?
I did. I caught a couple. I was disappointed, man, because I wanted my kid to watch with me, but she had her first sleepover last night, and they woke up and wanted to go across the street to the other kid's house, so she wasn't here.
Okay, all right.
So I caught a little bit of it, though. Yeah,
tuned in for some songs. I love the songs. I love the.
I tried sending them some money, but their PayPal address didn't work.
Don't do this to me. All right. Shut up. It's not my fault. Okay. Nobody's drinking pee, Aaron. Hey, happy birthday to Mr. Aaron Johnston.
Hey, both of those Talking Beards bastards had birthdays last week.
Hey, Kyle, can you send Aaron a StreamYard link? Are you ready? Are you StreamYard ready? I want to talk to you real quick. I've got a question for Aaron. Because number one, it's his birthday. It was his birthday this week.
It was Scott's birthday too. Let's acknowledge both guys.
I was gonna say our favorite of the Talking Beards guys is Aaron Johnston, right?
Speak for yourself.
Are we a Sakura? Are we on Team Sakura this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott and I share a special bond.
Okay. Well, then I'm Team Johnston today. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I'm overemphasizing the ton. The Johnston. It's just
because he's a ton of fun.
Johnson. I keep seeing stuff about this poop knife that he's got. And I've got questions about that. So let's see if we can get him.
What kind of questions could you possibly have?
I've got questions.
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, let's get to the bottom of it, okay? Aaron,
obviously, it's most important that it's my birthday. Everybody knows that.
Aaron Johnston.
First and foremost, I mean, that's the most important thing.
Aaron Johnston of the Talking Beards show. That's on
Hi, buddy.
Tuesday. Hey, they do it on Thursday too with other people, or maybe they wear masks. I don't know. And then I think they do it like 3 other times. They say that it's once a week, but it's like 5 times a week. I don't know what they're trying to do.
We're just trying to take over all of Facebook. So yeah, we do Talking Beards is live on Tuesday. And
Kyle, send Scott a link too. We might as well have both of them here.
Yeah, send that freaking boner a link.
So look, what is going on with this poop knife? Did you invent this poop? I went through
originalpoopknife.com.
I went through your Facebook years. I went through years of photos to try and find out the origin of this poop knife. Tell me about it. Did you invent that? I know you didn't invent the idea.
I didn't invent it. So there was a story on Reddit like in 2016 that apparently some families actually have to have poop knives. And this kid grew up and he didn't know that poop knives weren't, everybody didn't have them. And so I like talking about poop. Poop's funny to me. And me and Matt McClear, Beard Laws, have developed a relationship through poop. And we just kind of talked about it. And yeah, there you go. And he somehow through so he's got like 200,000 TikTok followers. So he has this outreach.
Wow, now that's a sensation.
Shut up, Scott.
Knife.com.
And
welcome, Mr. Sakura. Happy birthday to you as well. Belated.
So
hold on. I'm talking.
So wait, real quick, because the drinking word is put the drinking word up. Because is he a shit technologist? That's our drinking word.
Poop?
By the way.
Shit technologist?
Yeah, is the guy that invented the poop knife the shit technologist?
Yes,
I'm just trying to get the drinking word back in there. It's
shit technologist. So Matt somehow hooked up with these. Shut up, Scott. These people, and they were like, "Hey, you should push our product." And we started a show called Talking Poop, and we did 2 episodes of it. And then
was this pre-Talking Beards or while Talking Beards?
So we did it on Fridays. Okay. We did 2 episodes. We were going to do a bunch of more episodes, then my schedule changed at work, and we'll get back to it. We have a huge waiting list of people that are very eager to be on Talking Poop.
I would like to talk about my experience with Colon Blow.
Okay, absolutely. We'll put you on as a guest. You'll probably be on episode number like 42. That's like
say
tons of
colon
people.
blow?
Yeah, it was. I was turned on to this colon blow. This guy was on the radio talking about how he and his dad invented it, and his dad on their website, it had his dad in front of or behind. Like, oh my goodness, how people like they'll kill a snake and they'll have the snake out in the yard. He had like a 10-foot long poop that he had walked out in the yard. And it was impacted feces in his colon, and
He could have used a poop knife, and it would have flushed better.
Probably
He would have needed a poop knife.
It's
if he wouldn't have laid
dishwasher
it in the
safe.
yard.
By the way,
So who's making money on the poop knife?
the poop knife people. I don't know. So
we're not
so-
sponsored or anything by them. They just sent us.
they just sent me poop knives. So we've got the box that we give away at like random competitions and stuff. And it's just full of honest Amish
Famous
stuff.
box.
World famous, the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I reached out to the poop knife people. They like what I do on social media. They sent me 10 of them, and dude, like the past couple competitions I've been to, it's been very far and few between or whatever this year. Everyone's talking about the freaking poop knife.
Can you send me a poop knife? I would like to get the
Jimmy,
poop knife
I
in
will
the
bring
raffle
you a
or
poop knife.
in the auction for nationals.
Absolutely, I got you.
Okay.
I will
All
send you a poop knife. And
Scott said he'd hand deliver
Well,
a poop
but
knife.
let's give Jimmy a knife and a hat.
oh yeah, it's for nationals. I have a
Show him the hat.
Poop knife hat?
Yes.
Let me see this hat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Original.
look
poop
how
knife.
nice that thing is. It says
That
poop
is
knife on it.
Original
Quality
poop.
hat.
That's
It's
nice
a
branding.
quality hat. Originalpoopknife.com. So yeah, I'll send you a hat and a poop knife, and it'll be in the raffle at
I have
nationals.
a
Awesome.
quick question. That shit emoji, how close is that to the actual shit emoji?
It's changed. It's different. Like the shape
Is
of
it,
the
is
poop
it enough
different.
to avoid
Mhm.
legal action?
Yeah, the eyes are bigger. The mouth is a different shape. It has eyebrows, and the poop itself is a totally different shape. But
No,
What do you
it's
think the
still poop.
eyebrows are made of?
There's no crap. No crap copycats here. Is what
No,
you're saying.
there's no crap copycats here. It's all up and up with the original poop knife people. But yeah, they seem super cool, and yeah, they said every time I need any poop knives, just reach out to them, and they'll send them to me, and I'll give them away on the show or put them in the boxes or whatever. So
I mean,
Yeah.
you got to hope that somebody like once they get their hands on a poop knife, that's like a poop knife for life, right?
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot
You
of
think the
reason-
turnover on poop knives are high?
Well, listen,
No, I mean it's dishwasher safe. You don't ever have to buy another poop knife ever again. I mean, it's
Dude,
it's
these
it's for
things-
the compacted of brownies, the most seasoned of sausages, the hardwood of butt logs. I mean, it's a real thing.
Dude, these things are so dense. Like I can't even. It's like hard to bend.
Are you talking about the knife or the poop?
No,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even Scott Sikora thinks it's dense. So
yeah, that's interesting.
hey, Scott, why don't you pull the mic to your mouth?
why
is
don't
a
you pull
poop-
your
You
face
sound like
down?
you're 100 miles away.
This is why we love you. Are you guys joining the Discord or the what's the thing that Randy's doing?
The what?
Among
Among
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Oh, I thought you guys were doing that tonight.
No.
No.
I
Okay.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
So
Well,
it's like this little game. It's,
Can you
they,
pull
they're
up-
like red or a blue, and then they're like it's like Clue.
Kyle,
Kinda.
can you
Oh,
pull
where's
up
the
the Among Us. Let's see if they're playing. They were supposed to be playing right now. This is Randy is helping with the National Beard and Mustache Championships.
Oh,
He's
Randy Forsman?
yeah, Randy Forsman. He's
Randy
a very
Foreskin.
famous editor. And let's see, are we going to be able to add 5 things on here? How do we do
Oh,
that?
we can do whatever we
we
want.
can do
We can
whatever we
10.
want.
Can you put us all on the side there? Are they doing anything yet? Anything?
Come on,
interesting,
Kyle. You
Come
can
on,
do
Kyle.
it. Yeah, we need a producer to do things like this for us,
There we
Scott.
go.
It's really
Okay.
Natalie.
So this
What
is this is something I don't know if we can show this. Can we?
Yes.
Probably
No.
not.
Probably not. They are
Yes,
playing
you
Among Us,
Good.
and I yelled at them because they decided to do it during our show.
Freaking
It's
So-
like
jerk.
an online game or something.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah, some people tried that crap with us, and we got them canceled.
Who
Oh, really?
plays shit
Yeah.
like this?
Okay. Well,
You
there,
need to
there
pull
he
your
is.
weight
He's-
and get them freaking canceled.
Oh, and see, we're
What-
just
What's
seeing,
the
okay,
draw
I don't
of
know.
this game?
I don't know. I
Uh,
thought it was going to be more exciting. But
Graphics are terrible. There's probably no story.
It looks like
Speaking of
Dig Dug.
terrible,
It's like Dig Dug meets Clue.
It's like
Yeah.
that shit you made me listen to tonight.
Have y'all ever listened to the Jason Ellis show?
Oh yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Michael Tully on the show this Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah,
no.
so they were.
I mean, honestly, I haven't listened to the Jason Ellis show in since 07.
okay, yeah. So Tully was he was in and out in 07. It was him and Raw Dog back then, and so they got canceled by SiriusXM for no reason,
Mhm.
and so I don't know. Tully's not
There's-
working, so I reached
There's
out to
always
him.
a reason.
Well,
Like,
it's probably because he cussed a whole bunch, and they
Yeah.
paid him a bunch of money, and they kept telling him to
Fucking satellite radio. You
yeah, but it was a
Ouch.
lot, I think.
Yeah. It's like a Dwayne amount. Hey,
And then I don't know. What hopefully
fuck
we'll
you,
get to
Jimmy.
the
I don't
bottom
feel
of
like I fucking cuss a lot. You fuck.
Yeah, well, there's
That's fucking
see,
bullshit.
there you go. That is an example. And
no one
that's
can
when
hear you, Scott.
My mother turns off the show at that point. When
Your
you
mother
do
shouldn't be
you
watching
do a
this show.
5 F-word
Hold the mic to
flurry,
your face.
she can't handle it.
You're so quiet.
Your face is so quiet. Shut
Hey,
your
look,
mouth.
you actually have some volume to you now. That's good.
Astros jersey, bro.
God, you like
Mr.
that?
Sakura, did you have a good
No.
birthday
Cheaters.
and a good Thanksgiving?
I did. It was the best ever. It was probably the best Thanksgiving and birthday I've ever had in my entire life.
Prove
Thank
it.
2020.
Because you spent it alone.
Yes.
I could see that.
We had corn dogs for Thanksgiving.
you, you and the wife,
Yeah.
and that's it. Just corn dogs.
I mean, we had peanut butter sandwiches earlier in the day and popsicles.
Okay, now are you doing honey mustard with your corn dog, or are you doing like the German mustard?
Oh,
She did mustard and I did ketchup.
Yellow mustard, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
You're just doing yellow, straight up yellow mustard.
straight up yellow and straight up red ketchup.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, nothing.
You're probably dipping yours in horsey sauce, aren't you?
no, I would prefer a mayo ketchup mix, and then I'd probably put some hot sauce in it to jazz it up. know?
That is jazzy.
Like if in a pinch, if I could pick anything, just make any condiment materialize, I would probably materialize Whataburger spicy ketchup for a
That's
for
nice.
a corn dog.
Nice.
That's easy to make. Yeah, you just need
never
regular
Yeah, you just
ketchup
put
and
hot sauce in ketchup.
Yeah, it's really
But-
it. It's not a secret.
Have you ever had the honey butter chicken biscuit from Whataburger?
Don't get me started.
That
bro.
is my shit. I went to Texas a couple weeks ago. I had 4 of them in 2 days.
If you
No,
don't,
you came down and MC'd a beard event, didn't you?
I did for Central Texas Beard and Mustache Club. It
Very
was-
nice.
It was up there in Killeen.
well,
I
glad-
saw some shots, and I saw a lot of.
COVID.
Well, I
That was
saw a
Mad
lot
Viking.
of speedos. A lot
Yeah,
of
So they did
Flesh.
They did a speedo category. So what they did
Yeah.
is 6 dudes walked around with speedos, and whoever raised the most money throughout the evening got the prestigious Golden Banana Award. And
Mm.
then all proceeds went to charity. So
Okay, so you're telling me there was a reason. I thought this was just a coincidence that 9 dudes were just out there in banana hammocks with their big old chonies
Yeah.
showing and
no, they were doing it for a good cause. So
and then
they
pretty
Why-
sure I saw one testicle at least.
that
in a
was
photo.
John Fritos. Yeah, his testicles were definitely out.
Oh,
He was wearing a thong with a reindeer on the front of it.
So I'm guessing Scott, Aaron, do you guys differ on the philosophy of going and visiting beard comps?
I don't know. I don't care.
It's kind of yes and no. So, all right. So this kind of goes back towards Halloween, and we both went to the Mad Viking event,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
which was in outside of Sharon, PA, just
Uh-huh.
a couple weeks before Halloween, and
Mhm.
we got there, and literally, we were the only people wearing masks at this thing. It was just
Okay.
it was ridiculous. And that was at the pre-party, and we went back the next day, and just it kind of snowballs into like, you're just next thing you know, you have your mask off, you're just kind of joining in with everyone, and
you once you feel peer pressured sometimes.
Yes,
I've been in these situations where you show up, you're wearing a mask, nobody else, like if there's only a couple, like I can walk into a room with 2 other people not wearing a mask, I wear my mask and continue to wear it. They may be like, "Oh, do you want me to put my mask on?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing mine, please." But if there's 20 people, you're not going to turn the tide.
Yeah, but in all actuality, of the probably 175 to 200 people that were there, one person wore a mask, and it was Natalie.
Yep. She was the only one wearing her mask the entire time, except for when she probably put her beard on. She didn't have her mask on for a while, but as soon as it was off, she masked right back up. But yeah, out of the 200 people, I would say Natalie was the only one wearing her mask the whole time.
So then,
were there any ramifications from that?
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
So like about 2 weeks after it, or a week after, like, dude, it was like it was a spreader event. Like we were finding out about all these people that had caught it, and these were all people that we had talked to. So
did you guys miss an orgy? Was there an orgy?
No, I don't think so. Scott was definitely involved.
No, these 2 fucks don't miss an orgy.
We were right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
We were like interviewing people. We're like, so what's your favorite position? They're like, why are you here? What's the microphone for? But it was really weird. But so like they had the 9 judges, and then the chick on the end, like the last judge, she was literally molesting every single beard.
Yeah.
And like I even said the comment, I'm like, this is like, it's already weird that this is all happening like during like a pandemic and everything. And this chick is like literally like rubbing like
her COVID coat. She had COVID
in there licking everyone's face. All 105 competitors. She was in 99 of them.
She was the super spreader, maybe.
Probably.
Oh my goodness. Well, look, you got down here to Texas for the comp, and you got back, and you're feeling okay, and you dodged the bullet. Will you do it again?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Doesn't care.
Man's a daredevil.
I don't.
He's got God on his side.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably got a different like mindset with this whole. Like I've been in the Austin meetings. Y'all are super scared about it, and I get it. I'm not. I'm not scared. Like if it's gonna get me, it's gonna freaking get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I got you.
I work with people that have people at home that can't get it, and so I understand. And then also look like Scott, I'm perfectly fine by myself, and this is an excuse for me to get some alone time for a year.
I would be perfectly fine.
I know
myself.
Yeah, but she'll give you the kid if you, and then you aren't alone. So
hey, I tell you what, if it was just me, I would be like Aaron. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
just go.
That's just kind of been my mentality in most of my life. So I haven't died yet, so that's pretty good. And I've done some pretty sketchy stuff along the way. So
I mean, I personally think I've at some point in the past like 5 months I've had it, and I just haven't had any symptoms, and I didn't know it.
So just real quick, you're basing that off of what scientific evidence?
He's a scientist. You didn't know that?
I went and saw Neil deGrasse Tyson. I had 3rd row seats, and
I was there
for an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely a scientist.
Are you saying you got it from Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, he's saying he was a scientist from Neil deGrasse Tyson's show, and he didn't even have a conversation with him. He just listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about what wormholes, and that filled you up.
Blow him or nothing?
Like 3 years ago, so I don't remember.
Scott loves wormholes.
Your face is a wormhole, and I'm gonna punch your wormhole if you don't shut up.
Well, listen,
prove it.
This Talking Beards, they're on Tuesdays at what time?
8:00 Eastern.
8 Eastern. That's 7 Central and like
Correct.
11 o'clock Pacific. And so
Sounds good.
so look, love you guys. Thank you for enlightening us on the poop knife. Brian just joined us. Brian, by the way, I got us a poop knife and a poop knife hat coming for the Nationals auction.
Exciting.
It's gonna be a
Scott-
top earner.
OriginalPoopKnife.com, Brian Nelson.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Scott. Happy birthday, Aaron. We got our guest is ready to come on here. We're gonna bring him on, and we're
Okay.
gonna say goodbye to you guys. Take care. Love you.
Love you
Talking
guys.
beard.
Very
Okay,
much for
bye.
having us on tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Godspeed,
thank you.
Aquaman.
Speaking of Aquaman, I started watching that the other day. What is up? He's got like bulletproof skin. Is that the stupidest movie? Like out of all of the,
Are you kidding me, dude? It's
Superhero-
Jason Momoa.
yeah. What is that all about? I watched the first half hour and I was like, I'm out of here. All right. Speaking of disappointments, I am always disappointed when I don't get to talk to this guy. Jared Walls is a comic. He's a TikTok sensation. He's a father. He's a writer. But more than that, he's got a checkered past, and he's gonna tell us about it. He comes from some town in Texas. He's Texas born and bred, and he's gonna tell us about it. And let's bring to the show Mr. Jared Walls. We have music?
What's going on, guys?
No music.
There
What do you?
No intro. Oh man,
What-
my hype
what-
music.
What's the hat say?
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Drop him out.
Jared,
My beard barely qualifies to be on the show after the
Nope.
last two guests.
no.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
All facial hair is valid.
That's right.
Tell
All
me,
are welcome.
Tell me about growing up in Texas and being a what do they call it when you're a humanities major? No,
Well,
what is it when you're an English major? What is that called?
I mean that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. And then how you found yourself in a small town of Huntsville working.
Well, I mean, I think that's where my parents had sex, so that's where I that's how that happened.
Okay.
But I grew up in Huntsville, Texas, and my dad. I worked. Well, before I worked, I was a baby. But when I was a baby and a child, my dad was a prison guard, and my first haircut was at the prison.
Were you born in the prison?
Yeah, basically. It's very like if you work there, you're very like integrated into the community.
Now, Huntsville, we've been there several times for the Sam
oh right,
Houston
yeah, for the
Folk
festival,
Festival.
right?
And we were hosting a beard competition out there. It was like the Sam. Anyway,
Right.
Sam Houston
I think my friend won one year.
Oh, really? Okay.
My friend Ted, I think, won one.
Oh,
time.
yeah. Ted. So the town of Huntsville, though, is like the town. We just had Auburn, Alabama. Auburn, when they leave, the students leave for the semester. There's only like 5,000 people in that town. That town, the population is primarily prisoners. Am I right?
It's a big chunk. It makes a weird like mark on like the census. So like there's all these people, there's all these black and brown men that live there that aren't represented just because they're in prison and they can't.
And
But
they're
yeah,
not
it's,
allowed to vote.
yeah, they use that to like get a target there. They tweak the numbers for like how many people actually lived in Huntsville. And so they used all these inmates that like technically live in the city limits. So it's like, yeah, a target. And then they like figured out what they did.
They sure as shit ain't shopping at Target.
Where'd you go to school? Where'd you graduate from?
So I actually I was a townie in college. There's a college there, Sam Houston State.
Okay.
I worked as a correctional officer to pay for college there for my undergrad. So I have a degree in English and Spanish, and then I also have a Master of Fine Arts and Creative Writing that I got at Texas State.
And that works well in the prison.
Sure, yeah.
So I didn't know that prison guard was a family business. So because you were a prison guard for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a factory town. You worked in
Right.
the factory. Your dad worked in the factory. Your grandfather, same thing.
Right.
Prison town.
I'm a third generation butthole peeker.
What?
My daddy looked at buttholes. My grandpa looked at buttholes.
Kind of a shit technologist, if you will.
That's the drinking word of the night, by the way.
Just a shit technologist.
Shit techno. That's me. So you go into the prison work while you're going back to school, or was that? Did you?
Yeah. So fun story. I was in the Army, and I got discharged on 9/11, the one
Awesome.
the one you guys are thinking about, that one. So I didn't really, that kind of went against plans, and I decided that I got kicked out of the Army, and I'm dejected and depressed, and what better thing to do than to get a job at a prison?
Right.
Great place to work for a depressed person.
Mhm.
But no, I paid for school. I mean, I don't know anything for my undergrad. It's paid in full.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I went back to school not too long ago, and I am flooding the Biden and what's our vice president elect's name?
Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Harris, Biden-Harris camp. I'm like, you help those kids, forgive their loans, forgive their loans.
Right.
I'm sitting on a stack, and I had no plans of paying it off. But let me tell you, if they pay off my debt,
Yeah.
I will change my tune and say, oh, I was gonna pay it off.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I mean, to be fair, I could buy like a really nice used Acura for my master's degree. How much that cost?
Like a TL3, but you're gonna go with like a TL 3.2.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Not an Integra.
No, not an Integra or an
Yeah.
ILX.
What you need is a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get a truck for the price of an Acura, though.
Maybe one of
No, absolutely not.
those Honda Ridgelines are nice.
That's not a truck.
So when did the comedy start? It's always been around, right? You were always a funny guy, or are you kind of like me, where you were small, you got picked on, and one of your special talents, like a protective device, was to make a joke to make the bully go away?
No, I was kind of a jackass in school.
Oh, okay.
I never really got bullied because I was pretty mean. I guess maybe I was earlier on, and then I figured
Maybe
out.
you were the bully?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I tried out for mascot as a joke. And then I got picked. It was like the worst, like that I had to just like dedicate to, because it was like, oh yeah, no, I was just doing this to fuck around. You can't do that. And then I got.
What was the mascot?
I was Buzzy the Hornet. It was the least tough looking. Like, imagine a hornet that you would bully. That's what Buzzy looks like. Yeah.
Did you have a stinger?
Yeah, a giant fucking. I wish I had a picture to pull up. A giant fucking stinger suit. Dumb, like the head was huge, mascot head, but then I also had like glasses and like dangly antennae.
Oh yeah,
that would like knock against the head and stuff. Yeah,
Wings and all.
Is this
Wings,
at Sam Houston
yeah.
or in high school?
No, that was in high school. Yeah, no, I was in the mascot.
Okay.
Did you do basketball games?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you have to slam dunk off a trampoline?
I tried to do the trampoline stuff. I like, but you have those giant like clown shoes, so you like, I don't know, if you could run in those, you're better than me.
It's like that Conan bit that he does where he has like the worst college mascots try and do the jump.
Right.
And it's like
you got to give it up to the mascots though, like that are able to do that athletic stuff like that. Like that's a lot of work. During football season, I would lose 10 pounds in a night. No joke.
I saw a video the other day of I think it was the New Jersey Devils mascot, and he was playing a kids party and ran up to the front window of this restaurant like he was bouncing off the glass on a hockey rink, and the glass just shattered.
Oh my God.
And the dude in perfect stride just looks at the kids and then looks back at the camera and goes, it was amazing.
Now from mascot to killing it on stage and on the screen. Tell us about how shitty comedy is for a coping device.
Oh, comedy's like I've wasted my last 10 years of my life. Yeah. For sure. I had lined up to do like I was telling you guys before the show. I had like 4 or 5 festivals lined up this year.
Yeah.
And like the first one I was supposed to go to was like the week that everything shut down. And then like just like dominoes. You know, every time it seems like it's about to hit, or at least like maybe some opportunity where I could get an agent or like some kind of break where it would be like I don't have to have a day job anymore. Like fucking COVID happens, or you know, I don't know. I have children.
COVID again.
I go another pandemic.
No, I was looking at some of your stuff from before the pandemic, and yeah, you were promoting this festival, and look, you and I have known each other for a long time. I moved here 10 years ago. This is my 10-year anniversary this year, but I think 2012, 2013 we were sharing stages, hitting all the things, and then she who will not be mentioned, the fact that she has made an announcement that she is returning to the Austin open mic scene. I almost want to announce I'm returning just to like, and then make everybody, like I will message them and be like, hey, make a big deal about me returning. Just to, I want to just drown her her excitement. You know who I'm talking about.
If you announced you were returning, would they be able to name you if we can't name her?
They can name me. Yeah. No, I just don't want to. I don't want to say her name on the show. I mean, maybe we will. It's a tragic story. You know what I'm talking about. We're meeting up Jared's time. So this is Jared's time. That's not about somebody else. But what I'm talking about is the open mic scene. I'm always been a radio guy that, and I never lied about it. I said I was a radio guy that's doing stand-up, right? And terrible at it. But you've got a way about you. I don't know what it is, but I don't know the next line. But you've got a delivery that people love. And I was very happy. The point of my story is I was very happy to see the stuff that was happening, and then so
right.
But you got to pivot,
right?
So TikTok,
do something. TikTok's another way that I can bang my head against the wall, I guess. I do like you promoted me as a TikTok sensation, and then you're like, oh yeah, I told my wife so and so is going to be on, and she's like, who's that?
She was not whelmed in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
He's like, this guy's got 735 followers.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I have the most followers of people in Austin comedy that I'm aware of.
Okay, there you go.
That doesn't mean anything. It is funny to compare it, like TikTok,
including or excluding Joe Rogan.
Oh, that's true. Well, I don't know if he's on TikTok, but
Jesus, this guy loves Joe Rogan.
I forget about it. I forget that he lives here. Well, because he doesn't. He's not gonna.
I don't know how you can. He's pounding it into everyone's fucking head.
Yeah. Like I was like, hey, Jared Walls is going to be on the show. He's a comic here. He's like, has he ever been on Rogan? And I was like, no. And then, I was making a dig before the show started with Dwayne. And I was like, these guys that started listening to when Rogan got his podcast and started, getting bigger and bigger, you'd notice, you could notice the guy that was just listening to Rogan for a week. Like he Rogan.
Well, no, I mean it's the same thing with like Bill Hicks. It's like as of a different generation for sure. Like there's plenty of dudes that were just like angry and like just ranting and had that kind of Bill Hicks vibe. And even when I started Mitch Hedberg, people tried to emulate Mitch Hedberg. It's the same thing. It's essentially the same thing. It's not to drag anybody about it, but like it's a lane that you take when you do stand up now for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like everybody kind of. I don't know, kind of emulates their influences for a while in the beginning, for sure.
Yeah, and I kind of come to it where I don't want to have any kind of I don't want to be influenced by anybody that has like their own kind of vein in comedy.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like that's one reason I don't really listen to a whole lot of podcasts, and I try not to, like, especially if I'm at a show or something. When I go to open mics, not that I go now, but when I did, like, I really wouldn't watch. There would be people that I would love to watch, but I'm not going to like sit there and watch everybody because I don't want to accidentally pick up on somebody's joke, 6 months down the line. Two, most people are really shitty at comedy, and
yeah.
like, I don't want to.
but if the concept, like if they fumble, like they've got the ball, it's lined up, Lucy's holding it, they're going to kick it, and then they fall, and then you're like, man, if only they would have done this,
right.
And then you go to bed, and then like 2 weeks later, all of a sudden you're cutting onions, and you're like, oh, I got this joke idea, and then
exactly. I'm sure that's happened to a lot of guys.
No, absolutely, yeah.
You see some guy up there doing some bit on a premise that's good, but he's terrible at it.
Right.
And you 6 months down the road, you're like, hey, what about this? And then that guy's screaming, you took my idea, you son of a bitch.
Right. There's only so many, like,
I mean, let's be honest. That's why Joe Rogan would not be famous if he hadn't done that call out bit on Mencia. Right.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea, but
yeah.
He got a lot of, that was early YouTube though, right?
Was that before Fear Factor?
Yeah.
He's got such balls calling out. Look, everyone hated Mencia. Everyone knew he was stealing stuff.
Right.
He got that show off of bullshit material, and yeah. So but look, Joe Rogan's very, very good at what he does, and so is Lou Albino, or what's his name, the guy that done the IEB network, what's his name, Rush Limbaugh. That's sorry.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Lou Albino, I want to go by that.
It's a first name. Is it Albino or Albino? Albano. Okay. Do you know who that is?
No.
Captain Lou, man.
That's the guy that had
the guy that was in all the Cyndi Lauper videos.
Yeah, he had the
okay. Yeah.
Pin in his cheek with the rubber bands. What a
Wasn't
weird,
he like a wrestling guy or some shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jared, during the pandemic, you've got work, right?
Right. You're
not making money. I mean, nobody's making money in stand up, unless you're touring, and then nobody currently is making money in stand up except maybe Dave Chappelle over at where's he at, over at Dripping Springs, doing 12 minutes of rant.
Didn't he do some sets at Stubbs or some shit?
Yeah, I think it was at
he's working on some time. How have you adjusted being locked up in that place with your two daughters?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really. I started doing TikTok videos, so that's that's bad enough.
Yeah.
I got into it. Well, the gym closed down, and like I wasn't really when they opened back up, I really wasn't too thrilled about going into that, that petri dish. So I started running, and I was doing, I think at most, I was doing about 80 miles a month. And then I fucking got a stress fracture in my leg here this last week. So like before that I fell and like fucking slid, like I was sliding into, home, and busted up my hands. And I like nobody helped me on the trail in my neighborhood. And then I've made a joke about it, and then I got kicked off of Nextdoor. So that's
you went
creative.
You went on to Nextdoor and posted something about, hey, thanks everybody that was on the corner of this street and that street, for watching me bust ass, and not helping me at all. And then people victim shamed you.
Right. They were calling me there were old boomers on there calling me a pussy, and be like, well, actually I got up after that and ran 5 miles, but
yeah. What did you do? Stay on your fucking couch watching Ancient Aliens? You get the fuck out of here.
Nextdoor is an interesting little.
Oh, it's the worst
little look. And I live in a neighborhood, but I don't own. it's mainly owners that are in this thing, right?
Right, you can rent. I rent.
Yeah,
and
there's renters in too, you know.
But it's really good for figuring out who's the most racist in your neighborhood.
It really is. And who is the most anti-fun.
Oh, sure.
Like,
yeah.
The people that bitch about fireworks drive me insane, man.
90% of those people have a dog that they
I got a dog that's afraid of fireworks.
Right.
Fucking pay attention to your dog for a little bit. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but they've got like unnatural relationships with these pets.
You've got
like
fireworks. Was that a gunshot?
Yeah.
My Ring doorbell caught a coyote. What am I going to do about it? Like, like those are the three like top posts of next door.
There were 2 bobcats in our yard last night. They looked menacingly at our puppy. Please be on the lookout. Fuck you.
Like, you're just gonna go out let's get a posse.
Let's hunt them down.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Like, each of these neighborhoods need to start forming a posse. Like, forget about, did you ever do neighborhood watch with your dad? Any of you guys?
Oh, no.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Grew up in a trailer park.
Listen,
yeah.
I don't know how this happens, but somehow the neighborhood watch, my parents got on the neighborhood watch, and it was like their month to do surveillance. And we'd have like somebody would be at the main house with a base station, and then there'd be like 5 cars driving around with these temporary CB radios with the big old magnetic thing up on the hood, and
were they wearing hoods?
That said, there was hoods involved, and there was a thing on the top that said neighborhood watch and 2 stickers on the side. So I remember driving around with my dad and one of the other neighbors all night, and guess what, guys?
Did your mom embroider badges on their polos and shit?
No, it wasn't, because it was a temporary position, and I think my parents they got suckered into this somehow. We did it for 1 month. They were on the like neighborhood watch team. Thank God we weren't base station. Actually, base station would have been better. We could have just sat there and marked stuff down. So anyway, we drove around. What we discovered? We lived in a white neighborhood, and there was no crime.
Yeah. I was gonna see, was it their month to call the cops on black teens?
Yeah. but when I grew up, I had 1 black kid in my elementary school, and then there was like 3 or 4 in high school.
Yeah.
And that was. It was just the neighborhood that I grew up in. So, and then I went to Alabama. I was like,
yeah. There was no crime in our neighborhoods when I was a kid because everybody had a fucking gun.
Right.
Like, you weren't going to break into anybody's house because all these dudes, they had guns in their trucks, guns in the boat, guns in the house. There was guns.
Jared, is there anything
also
you put a gun in?
You can't put a gun in?
Anything you can't put a gun in.
What? Like you mean like
any vessel,
butthole or what?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I was gonna say, everybody had a gun, but also like, who's coming to steal like Uncle Randy's '78 IROC Z28 that's been on blocks for 7 years?
I don't know, man.
That's all that's.
That's 62 Evinrude on the back of that John boat, though, still runs.
There you go.
Jared, when do you think we're getting back to normal?
Fuck, man, I don't know. I'm probably overly paranoid. Like they were talking earlier. I don't know who the guest was, but he was talking about he'll be fine if he gets it. If he gets it, he gets it. It's like, no, I'm a fucking pussy. I don't want to get it. I probably am gonna get a lot of money from getting mesothelioma when I'm 70, but I don't want to chance it. I want to make it to 70 so I can get $3 million from the state or whatever. I don't want to get it.
There's a lot of people with that frame of mind where I'm in good health. If I get it, I'll be fine.
Right.
And a lot of us probably are in that circumstance, but you don't know who the fuck you're gonna give it to, man.
Yeah. Part of it too. Like I don't like my dad has COPD. I don't want it. Like that's a no. That's a non-stop for him. Like he's done. You know what I mean? Man. So like I don't want to pass. I don't want to pass it along to anybody that's gonna not do well with it.
I've had people in my family that have asthma. I've got friends that have the COPD, and asthma is a scary one, man. And
Right.
have you ever been close to drowning? That's what asthma is like.
Right.
I think, and then I said at the beginning of this, don't die, don't go bankrupt.
Right.
How are you doing on both of those? You still alive?
I'm alive. I might have to. I don't
you
know.
Need it? Do you need us to put your Venmo up?
Okay. Whenever I do that, nothing comes of it, so it's fine. I'll just.
All right. Find him, give him money. If you see this man on the street, I want you to shove.
I have a job. Let me be clear. I have a job.
So I want you to stay 6 feet the fuck away from him.
Right.
Make sure you have a mask on. If you want to give him money, throw it at him from a distance.
Yeah. Say, hey. Oh, what was it? What was that TikTok that you were? It was like, say something that your parents would call you.
Oh, yeah. So yeah. So I don't even know what it is. Yeah. So the frame is. I don't know how familiar your viewers are with TikTok, but like you can stitch things. So you can take a video and stitch it together with another one. So like somebody goes, introduce yourself as something your parents called you. And I stitched over and then I said, hey, I'm a big juicy boy. I'm a young, juiceful fellow. I don't know.
Your mom used to call you juicy.
You had me reenact a TikTok.
I can't believe
I had to do that. Like,
the other day I called my dad and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm reading the comics." I said, "Oh, read me one," and he did. And then I said, "Read me another," and he did. I've thought about having my dad on the show just to read the comics.
Just to read comics.
And you know what? Next time you're on this show, I want you doing nothing but reenactments.
Just reenact some TikToks.
Yeah. The reason I had on the show to eat shit and he would say, "Oh, that was fun."
I didn't even get to explain why I have topped out at 740 followers. Like I got 700 like that. So I had one video that went viral, something like 300,000 views. And it was a joke, like a conspiracy theory joke. Like they're lying to us about 9/11. They're lying to us about Epstein. They're lying to us about zucchini being good as pasta. Like that was it. That was a joke.
Right.
Big lie.
But I did all these hashtags that were just like the bilateral commission, all these Alex Jones kind of, and so I have all these crazies, these QAnon fucking insane people following me, and they don't get half of anything that I do, and that's the only reason I have more than 7 followers.
Okay. Well, good on you for not playing to the QAnon people.
Right. I thought about it for a minute. It's like I could keep making those videos and I probably would be at 1 million followers by now, but it's like I can't go full Alex Jones. I can't do it.
Now, if you wanted to do parody conspiracy theories that they would then turn into real
they would think
theories.
I don't want to be responsible for that either because
you've been a professor.
Yeah.
You're not. Are you currently one?
No, I work for a marketing company. I sold out.
That's right. But you've been a professor. I am the dean of a university.
You are
Ancient Astronaut Theorist University.
Oh.
And maybe we can have you as an adjunct professor.
Okay.
And you can start, talking about some conspiracy theories. Like
I remember that now. I remember that you. My buddy's a professor in Salt Lake.
I'm very disappointed by the obelisk. Somebody found it, man.
The rivets. These rivets are from.
And it's aluminum.
You gotta turn your sound off, or something, or don't talk.
Hold on, I gotta mute me.
Oh God.
All right, here we go.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, y'all wanted the magnet test, so I didn't bring a strong enough one, but not sticking. Okay, those are the attempts.
Okay.
And then let's see. So is it solid? Not solid. Sounds a little bit like a cardboard box. And then
it's like round.
Oh, it's wobbly.
We got rivets and handprints from and then it's 3 different panels. Let's see there.
all the things.
All
we
right.
said.
Okay. Wow. But very illegal what they did.
Right.
Putting this
Very, very illegal.
in the desert. Somebody's going to probably go to federal prison because of
You know what though? When the helicopter guys found it, I saw photos of a guy on top of it. That dude was brave because that thing's pretty wobbly and it's 12 feet high. A tumble from 12 feet on those red rocks is not.
Look, they did not find it. They dropped it off and were like,
oh, look, just some board like.
They're trying to distract us.
and now they've got millions of TikTok followers. Can you
Right?
believe it?
Yeah. Damn it.
They're
Jared,
trying to distract us.
Jared, I'm saying goodbye to Jared right now, Dwayne.
Sure.
But Jared,
All right.
please let us know when you've got an online show that we can tell our fans about. You're very funny, and then with your permission, can we play your 2018?
Yeah.
What is that? The finals of
That was the first round of Funniest Person in Austin. I remember I got in at least through a couple of rounds. Yeah, that was a good set. Can I leave with one request?
yeah.
Okay, so if I could get to 1,000 followers, I can go live and like it opens a lot of stuff up on TikTok. If I can get to 1,000 followers, there are two very distinct genres of TikTok that I want to get in on.
Okay.
One is the dudes that chop wood. Women fucking eat that shit up. And then two, dudes who dress up in maid costumes. Not that I'm into it, but I want to dress up in a maid costume and chop wood. And I will do that if I can get to 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Can we?
Are you a good wood chopper?
Yeah.
Can we do
Okay.
something where we get something live with the wood chopping and the maid outfit? If we have any, if you deem
Yes,
that we have anything
I'll-
to do, okay. Because I'm gonna boost this show and it's
Yes.
gonna all be advertised
we're
around.
I'll come back.
following
We're gonna get
you on TikTok.
To
Okay.
1,000 followers for sure.
Yeah, if I can get, I'm only a couple of hundred shy, so I think that's an attainable goal.
Jared Walls.
Here's the deal. Once we get you to 1,000 TikTok followers,
Yeah,
then you have to get your TikTok followers to follow us on YouTube
yeah,
so that we can name our fucking YouTube channel.
right. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, you scratch our back and we'll see.
yes, absolutely.
Jared Walls, everybody, jaredwalls.com. Follow him on TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
Yeah, it's just Jared Walls with a Y at the end. Jared Wallsy.
Jared Walsey. Okay.
That's ballsy.
And, man, keep it up. I thought we'd get the girls on.
They're kind of camera shy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
Yeah.
They've got their own podcasts and they're probably there's
Oh, I see one.
There's one.
what
Okay. All right.
Mine's
right,
the same way. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be on the internet.
they're
But then
hilarious.
she, like,
They're gonna make you millions. Write down all the notes. You've got the next Full House or something. Just I'll be the Uncle Jesse.
That works.
Take care, Jared. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
thanks for coming on, Jared.
Really good.
All right, and we're going to leave you. We're going to take a quick break. Well deserved break, and we're going to leave you with the 2018 final FPIA submission for Jared and the funniest person in Austin contest. And we'll be right back. Thank you, Kyle.
That's enough. I'm not worried about when the robots take over. Because me, I'm just going to get a job as a sex human. Yeah, I'll turn myself out for a bunch of robots. I got 2 kids. I got bills to pay, okay? Good evening. Don't let my short, fat, balding stature fool you. I am not confident. I think I figured out why. It's because I used to be attractive. No one believes that. Because now I just look like an assistant football coach that has to teach health sometimes. Going full Buddy Garrity right here, right? Like, bad eyes, beer gut that I can't lose. I piss like this, leaning against the wall for some reason. No, Brenda, it ain't my prostate, all right? Now I ain't wearing no tighty whities. Do you see a panty line right there? This is just how I pee now, okay? Short, fat, bald, I can't see. I'm like a whole bunch of bad jeans wearing dad jeans, you know? I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I will tell you the other day that I sneezed real hard, and my first thought was, well, this is it. This is the end, friends. Doctors know this. Doctors know when men are on the decline, right? I was at the doctor recently, and she started peppering me with questions that I hadn't heard before. She was like, "Hey, Jared, do you ever have trouble sleeping at night?" It's like, "No, not really." She goes, "Do you ever have shortness of breath?" I was like, "I know I look like it, but no, okay?" She goes, "Do you ever get the meat sweats?" I was like, "Meat sweats? Yeah, I get those like all the time." And then she says, "Did you just say meat sweats?" "Yeah, meat sweats. I have them right now." I said night sweats. What are meat sweats? I don't go to the doctor anymore. You understand? If you can't comprehend that I'm gonna grab a fistful of roast beef out of the fridge at 2 a.m. and shove it into my mouth, and I'm just gonna be a sweaty bag of ham the next day, you don't get to be commander of my body anymore. Yeah, that's what I call doctors, is body commanders. Because I'm a mariner from 1837 in this joke for some reason. Trying to do better, trying to eat better, trying to eat like, good meat, like grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, rescue dog, So good! Started working out more. I started doing CrossFit. Since I started CrossFit, I've lost approximately 25 friends. That's how that works. Hey, Jared, what's your opinion on the movie The Little Mermaid? Here, I'll tell you. Why not, at the end of The Little Mermaid, do they not play ZZ Top's She's Got Legs? Clearly the song to end that movie on, right? Also, I got a little tip for Ariel. If you don't know what a fork is and that you don't use it to brush your hair, why are you trying to bone down with a human dude? More importantly, why does a grown man have a very specific opinion about a child's movie from 1991? I gotta wrap this up, friends. I gotta return this shirt to the racist grandpa store. Let's do back. I grew up in East Texas. I grew up in a trailer park. And I've never understood why they call them mobile homes. Because if you grow up in one, you ain't going nowhere. Like, I'm not white. I'm not white trash. I'm white, right? I'm white. Like, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference. I'll give you an example. The same week that my brother got his trailer house repossessed, my mom got a DWI on a horse. You understand? Those are my people. I was about to say that's my clan, but you can't look like this and say clan in any context. Our family crest is just a dude rebuilding a carburetor while maintaining eye contact with a raccoon going, get on out of here! Get on out of here! Yeah. It's one word, by the way. It's what you say if you're trying to get a dog out of your yard. Are you done making love? to a dog in your yard. It's fine. It's a rescue. I'm Jared Walls. Have a good night, guys.
Jared Walls. There he is. Oh my goodness. Get out of here.
I'm muted. Oh, not anymore.
You're not muted anymore. All right, we're back.
At Jared Walls.
Thank you for watching.
He's a
If
funny
you're
guy.
on YouTube and you're watching us on YouTube, please hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share it with all your friends. If you're on Twitch,
Hey, and you know what, folks? If you have a phone close by, fucking call us. We roll this phone number across the screen
I don't even know.
for almost the whole
know
show,
if it
every
works.
show, and nobody ever
You know,
calls.
I would love, because we got people all upset right before the Talking Beards guys came on about oh my god, I'm dying right now.
Oh man, this
I got the
this Bud
COVID.
Light Seltzer. I got the. Did I tell you about this whole Bud Light Seltzer fiasco? So
Tell me,
Thanksgiving
about it.
Day,
you
my
had to
wife
go
says,
out-
"Hey
you had
man,
to
Bud
go out
Light
and get it.
Seltzer.
What happened?
They got a holiday version, holiday sample pack, right? 12
Mhm.
pack." She goes, "I want it." And when you're devoted to your significant other, the way that I am devoted to my significant other,
Okay.
when she says, "I want it," you give it to her. Because she doesn't say, "I want it" often.
Yeah.
So it took me about 2.5 hours, about 16 stops at convenience stores all over the greater Austin area. My last option was fucking Walmart.
So wait, this is Thanksgiving morning,
Yep.
10 a.m.
Yeah, about, yeah.
You have to go to Walmart super spreader event.
This is after 16 stops at 7-Eleven, Circle K's, Quick Trip,
And
H-E-B,
they've got
convenient.
other seltzers. It's just you need to get this specific
I need this holiday pack.
holiday pack, Bud
Mhm.
Light, and there was other Bud Light seltzers, but like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
there was classic.
citrus,
There was
mango.
the remix edition.
So you found it at Walmart.
No, Walmart was fucking closed.
Oh my god.
But there was one more 7-Eleven between Walmart and home.
Okay.
And I stopped and they had it. And I bought two.
Did
And I'm
they
glad
have
I did because this is Ginger Snap. And
It's
it
a
is
gigantic.
tasty.
Is that a tall boy can?
No,
Or
it's
is that a regular?
I mean, it's a thinner gauge can,
Okay. All right.
you know.
I was gonna say
diameter. It's 12 fluid ounces.
it looks gigantic. Peppermint was one of the flavors that I saw. Disgusting.
Peppermint patty.
What is the other?
Cranberry, ginger snap,
No.
and apple crisp.
Okay. So good choices were made. And then did you have a good day with your family? You
Yeah, man, we fucking made food like we were feeding a fucking army,
okay.
you know, and we weren't.
I see Larry's joined us
Larry.
and he's
I
talking
don't know
about
Larry,
me.
but hi, Larry.
He says that shit is really funny. He's talking about me right there.
No, he's talking about our guest.
Okay, possibly. Oh, what are you doing?
You know, it's funny that Jared mentioned growing up in a trailer park because I didn't grow up in a trailer park. I grew up in an affluent family with a big house, private
Uh-huh.
schools.
Uh-huh.
But the minute I got out, I moved directly to a trailer park.
Well, you
It's
know,
the best.
I've been thinking about moving out of my apartment.
Mhm.
And it was going to happen this year. But pandemic and plans changed.
Mhm.
Recalibrate. So you know, my lease is up in June. The hope is that I'm going to purchase something and move out. But I keep seeing trailers.
Mhm.
I don't know how that works. How
Nothing wrong with a trailer, buddy.
Nothing's wrong with the trailer, but you can buy the house, but it's on wheels. And what do you do? How does the land work? You know, what are you doing? You just renting a plot? And then
In some situations, yes.
and then like
In other situations, you purchase the land and the mobile home
and
together.
I'm sorry, I'm so ignorant of trailer workings, but
We like the word. We like the term mobile home.
mobile home. Okay. So is there a guy that you call and he's a mobile home connect your shitter to the shithole guy?
Mhm.
And then you just plug in? Is there just a plug that you just plug
No.
in and then your whole house it
No.
all of a sudden has power? How does this work?
No, you get wired up to a pole just like anybody else. You got a breaker box and all that good shit.
And I'm not speaking ill of folks that live in a trailer park because our guest just admitted that he grew up in one. You said you moved out of your nice neighborhood and straight to one as soon as you could. So I obviously hang out with trailer park people or mobile home people.
It's not as prevalent here as it was where I'm from.
Well,
it doesn't seem
also
as popular.
Very popular there. Often hit by major storms. So the question is, are they a magnet for storms?
Possibly.
Or are they just easier to throw with a gale?
I think they're probably a magnet for storms. I think there's something about them that attract high winds.
All right. I'm wondering if the right play is to buy a larger lot, and put a mobile home on it, or buy a smaller lot with a junkier home, and just die in that house. So these are the things that I'm going through.
I would rather the land.
Yeah, me too. I need a cough button tonight. I'm dying.
You got the vid?
Well, no, I don't think so. Well, you know what? I don't know. I've had a lot of unwanted contact.
Let's trace your contacts. Where have we been?
Well, I had on Thanksgiving we had a little neighborhood potluck thing, which didn't really want to be, but I just wanted to stay in my house. But there was right outside my door is where there was going to be, like 8 people socially distancing. And then, they'd be like, Jimmy, what are you doing? And I'd be like, leave me alone.
You couldn't just talk to him through the door.
I don't know. And then, oh, I did not tell you about, did I ever tell anybody about our next guest, by the way?
No.
Did we ever get to it?
No.
Our next guest, by the way, is Chrissy.
We might
Jimmy
have
Joe
talked a little bit
Natali
about him.
of Mr. Bus Driver Man Sir and her. They're coming up here in about 12 minutes.
If your kids are still awake, get them in front of the screen. Don't let them miss this.
For Thanksgiving, Dwayne, I thought that I had pulled the fast one of the century. I had planned on going to this potluck thing, but I wanted to eat on some grub all weekend long, So I was like, okay,
Excuse me while I disrobe a little bit.
It's okay. I was like, I'm going to go to Whole Foods and see if they've got a Thanksgiving dinner. Now, this is on Tuesday. Tuesday, 2 days before Thanksgiving. I go on there. They're like, yeah, sorry. Pre-order meals shut down last week. I'm like, oh, man. All right, Whole Foods is out. So I go to Central Market. Same thing. Nothing. They can do a la carte, but you got to go in and get it. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I searched around. I think I looked at Walmart and I was like, gross. And then I was Randall's, HEB, nothing, no satisfaction. And then I'm thinking rotisserie chicken, and then I'll just get some of the sides. All I really need is mashed potatoes, a box of stovetop, some chicken broth, to cook that stovetop in, and then some yams, and I'm good. Oh, and cranberry.
Cranberry.
Canned cranberry. I need that jelly cranberry. So I go to Boston Market.
Team canned cranberry.
Boston Market is my jam. They got everything. You can order it, pre-order whatever you want, buddy. So I'm like, oh, awesome. I can do this turkey dinner, but they just had the white meat.
Are you a dark meat guy?
All you can get is the breast. And I'm like, that is the grossest part of the turkey. Who eats chicken or turkey breast?
That's all I eat.
Gross.
Oh, I eat turkey legs too, though.
Give me the dark meat. And the only way I could get the dark meat is if I got a whole bird. And that's like feed like 7 to 8. I'm like, I can't eat that much in 4 days. So then I see prime rib dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a third or a half of a prime rib, and comes with 2 sides. We got the mashed potatoes, the au jus, the Caesar salad, and I got some extra sides. I got some yams, and I got some stuffing, and then the dinner rolls, and a pie.
Kind of pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
So I'm like, I put in my order. It's way too much, but it's okay. It's Thanksgiving. I'm gonna bring some of the stuff to the thing, and I'm gonna eat all weekend long.
To your super spreader event.
So I go up. If anybody wants to call in, this would be the time to do it. Go ahead and give us a call real quick if you wanted to call.
Got that phone number.
I had an errand, so I went and delivered a part. I had to return a part. Core, and I delivered it, and then I was like, you know what, I need some breakfast. Let me, how about a bagel? I'll have a bagel sandwich. I find an Einstein bagel. Turns out it's right next door to Boston Market. So, well, I'll see what's going on. Maybe I can pick up my order early.
That is convenient.
I get over there, and I'm like, no, that can't be. I'm seeing a line of people outside of the building and wrapping around, and they're going in front of the door to Einstein Bagel.
Early Black Friday shopping.
And this is just a standalone building, half Boston Market, half Einstein Bagel. So there's really no reason for these people to be there. If they're not going into Einstein Bagel, I know exactly what's going on. So I go up to the Einstein Bagel door. I ask this lady, I say, ma'am, and it's 1:30 at this point. I say, ma'am, how long have you been here? She goes, well, my appointment was at 11:30, and I got here at 11:15, and I probably still have half an hour to go.
Wow.
I said, oh my God. So I went in, I calmed down. I learned long ago, you can't just run into a problem. That's how people get burned up. If you're a firefighter, you see a building on fire, you got to check it out from the outside,
You vented a little bit. You got on Marco Polo. You vented to Kyle and I a little bit, and I think that made you feel a little better.
Well, but that was after, like, I took a second and just got the sandwich. I got my coffee. And so when I vented, I had already eaten the sandwich, I think.
Or was you were just hangry?
No. But I mean, I didn't go to DEFCON 5. And if that lady if it was 1:30 and she had been in line since 11:30, that's 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's five hours. She's going to be standing in line for this. And I needed.
Is that
to
4
eat.
hours? Is it really 4 hours? Your math skills are suspect, sir.
I knew that I needed to eat if I was going to go into this battle. And so I ate, and I got myself a lox and cream cheese sandwich, and they did it right, and they didn't put capers on it, even though I said no capers, and they did cut it in half. So everything was perfect. And I said, maybe this is just the morning crew, and they're just going to start getting it. So I got in line about 1:45, 1:50.
Mm-hmm.
I got my food at 3:55. 3:55. No, 4:55. It was 3 hours. 3 hours that I stood. No, Siri. I stood in line for 4 hours. Did I say 5 hours? 5 hours.
6 hours?
It was 6 hours for me to get this prime rib, but I got it.
Was it good?
It was delicious, and it's still delicious. I had it twice today.
How many people do you think the prime rib could have fed?
It said 4 to 6.
So you didn't want to get the turkey because that would have fed 7.
It would have fed 7, but 3.5 of them getting dark meat, and 3.5 of them getting garbage white meat. That I just can't do it with the white meat. Do you know what I mean?
I don't.
I don't think you know what I mean.
I don't. I enjoy the white meat.
But this is the thing. I made a commitment, and I learned also while I stood in line that if I had canceled, they would have charged me anyway, because it was less than 72 hours before my reservation time. And so that's why I stood in line. I'm that cheap. I was not. And what are the options? You drive around from 7-Eleven to 7-Eleven picking up pepperoni packs and Bud Light seltzer packs so that you can feed your family a happy Thanksgiving meal. Not this guy. Not this year. Pandemic be damned. Getting some prime rib, family. I know I'm single, but if I had a family, they would be eating well.
They'd be well fed, damn it.
All right. Speaking of family, let me tell you about our next guest. Jimmy Joe and Chrissy Natoli, and I met them years ago, running sound at Romeo's over off Barton Springs. I think that was the first time I met them, and maybe I ran their sound, or maybe they were just there and I was just there. I'm pretty sure I ran their sound, but I fell in love with them then because they you know what, okay, because they're so damn, they know each other well. I think their communication.
Jimmy ran their sound, Kyle,
and I'm telling you that their songs,
we didn't say it,
are gonna
but
move
we're thinking
you,
it.
man. They're gonna move you. And so let's bring them, and then Jimmy's got so many things he's going to tell you, and we're going to just ask them instead of me telling you the answers to all the questions that I have. Drinking word is shit technologist. I am that is me, and bringing to the show right now, Mr. Bus Driver, Mr. Bus Driver Man, Sir, and her, Jimmy Joe and Chrissy Natali. Hello. How are you? The longest intro in the history of intros.
We're coming to you live from our mobile home.
Are you in a mobile home for real?
Oh yes,
it's a
double
manufactured
wide
home. Yeah.
How? Okay, manufactured home. Okay, so
it sounds better to me. I don't know.
So I like mobile. I like being able to move when I want to. Throw the wheels back on, hook a truck up to the front, or maybe to each half of yours. And
yeah,
I saw one on Craigslist not too long ago, and they were selling it, but it had like a ridge in the middle. You know, it's sometimes you see the ones where you see half of a house going down the highway.
Yeah,
and then they just got these Lego guys that come and put these things together.
I think so. We didn't see it get put together, so I don't know.
We never got to meet the Lego guys.
Well, listen, we met a long time ago over in Romeo's. You remember the good old times, and that was when you were just known as the Better Halves, but now we know you as you've got an alter ego too.
Yes.
Better Halves, is that what you perform as during the farmers markets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually most gigs other than the kid shows.
Okay. So the kid shows, is this their first time going live? With the Mr. Bus Driver Man?
No, we've done a few of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy Joe, tell me how Mr. Bus Driver Man, sir, came about. It's a difficult name to say, but
Well,
It's not hard.
well, I'm a school bus driver, 22 years now,
okay.
working for AISD. And well, I tell the kids, the kids would say, "Hey, bus driver." And I say, "Hey, my name is not bus driver. That's my job. That's my title." I said, "Call me Mr. Jimmy Joe." And they'd say, "Hey, bus driver." So I said one day, "All right, if you're going to call me bus driver, then you have to call me Mr. Bus Driver Man, sir." And it worked. And I get on the bus, and the kids get on the bus now in the morning, little kids, and they say, "Good morning, Mr. Bus Driver Man, sir."
I like it.
And it stuck. So
yeah,
this morning you did a live broadcast of Mr. Bus Driver Man, sir, and her, and I guess it was a necessity to put the and her on there. You were like, oh, well,
I was going to say, no one asked me why I'm called and her.
well, she's a her.
I'm her.
Right. Well, and I love saying it, and I love telling somebody, oh, you got to check out Mr. Bus Driver Man, sir, and her show, and they're like,
He usually gets it wrong.
Well, you gotta jump the sir and the man. You know, you gotta watch what are you putting the sir in front of the man or the man in front of the sir. That's for me. That's the logistics that I've got to work out. But this morning, you told a story about a girl that rode your bus and a song that you wrote for her when she was like in 5th grade or something, and then now she's in college. Right. So you've got a special relationship with some of the people that are on your routes. You've been stuck on you've been doing the same route for a while. Is that right?
No, but that particular route, I only had that one kid on my bus for about 3 years. She was the only one who rode in the morning for that school. And she was 5 years old that first day. Her name's Ellen. So we bonded. And so all the little places that we would come across on our route, we would make up names for them. And there was one hill where there was road construction on this little short hill right off of Barton Springs Road, really close to Romeo's. And that's where they would park their Bobcats and all their construction equipment at night. So in the morning, it would still be dark, and we'd be driving up that little hill. And Ellen said, "Let's call this street Workers Hill." So that made it into the song. So we both kind of contributed to these places and creatures that we would see.
What do you think? Now you're driving again. You for the last couple months during the pandemic, you were doing what was it, like Wi-Fi hubs?
Yeah.
How did that work?
They outfitted all the buses in Austin to be Wi-Fi hotspots. And so kids are doing school online. And for the people that didn't have Wi-Fi, we would just go park outside of their homes or their apartment complexes. And we're still doing it. I drive the route in the morning and then go park in a little neighborhood that needs Wi-Fi. And when they have we're each assigned a neighborhood, and there'll be several buses because it covers, a couple 100 feet. You have to have a few spread out. And I do that until 1:30 and then drive to my school for the afternoon. So it's a long day, but it's and then this coming week it's exclusively online. They're not taking chances with the Thanksgiving COVID.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, me too.
I think especially with the little ones and with some of the stuff that we've heard, sometimes they don't show as much symptoms as the older folks. So, yeah, I mean, it could be their older siblings coming back from college or something that could have gotten them in contact. But doing the Wi-Fi thing, you know, when you weren't running your route, that kept you connected, you know, and I'm talking a lot about bus driving because damn it, the bus driver man, sir, the Mr. Bus Driver man, sir, and her, the songs come from a connection, and I really really love that about you driving the bus and having a relationship with these kids. And so I think I guess I'm just calling you an American hero, Jimmy Joe, as well.
He is.
It is pretty heroic, you know. It's a new thing for these kids to be at home, having to do school, having to pay attention to online class. I know I'm doing it with my kid, man. It sucks, but thank you for going out there and providing that Wi-Fi for them.
Are the kids okay, Jimmy Joe?
The kids, for the most part, from what I've seen, they've been okay. Now, the kids I am driving to school, I only have about, at the most I've had was about 12 or 13 kids at one time, or in the past I've had 50 or 60 on the bus. So there aren't many people going to school.
Yeah, a lot of parents still keeping their kids at home. I know we're keeping ours at home, so as long as we can.
And in between gigs, Chrissy, I saw something about you, and I wanted to turn you on to a site a friend of ours runs called Carryology. It's all about carrying bags and stuff. Because I was admiring the bag that you're using, hauling your stuff. What was it? You working for Postmates? Is that what it is?
No, the bag is similar, I think. It's called Fetch.
Fetch.
Fetch, yeah.
And so do you have any words for people that order bags of dog food?
I have some words, but I'm not going to say them.
I think you can say them on this show.
Oh yeah, it's not a
we were watching earlier.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Chris, how did you two meet? How did y'all intersect?
We met at a farmer's market where I was playing every week and booking guest musicians, and Chrissy came to the market with a demo CD. That's how we met.
Just fell in love. You heard her music and immediately fell in love. Is that what happened?
No, it was much more complicated than that.
Yeah, it was more complicated.
Well, what's hard to translate is how, Facebook's stupid, because like I interact with y'all more than than I do. When I see Jimmy Joe posts a bus blog, and it's because he's got a bus blog that is stories of. And that's why I requested the Space Bus song, because you were talking about taking the kids to space, or you went through a wormhole or something like that, right? In one of the blogs. And so, I read that, I got a connection. You don't know it, and I should probably be like, hey, Jimmy Joe, I really appreciate that, and good job. But I don't. I'm sorry. I have you on the show. This is my penance. Okay, I'm sorry. But then Chrissy, you've been learning Spanish for the last couple of years, and then one of the reasons why I think y'all came back into my thinking was because you were off Facebook for a while, right?
I was.
Yeah. So how was that? I've thought about it. I don't know if I can do it if I'm doing the show, but was that freeing?
I think just with the pandemic and everything that was happening, I just sort of disconnected myself. I don't know if it was freeing, but I guess it was. I I guess I needed time alone. I don't know.
Need a little space,
I need to
Facebook.
process what was going on in the world, and there was just it just felt overwhelming. It felt so overwhelming because all of a sudden everybody was. I mean, people were online before, but then all of a sudden everyone was online all at once, and it just felt a little bit. I don't know. I needed to just take a break and hide,
So,
I guess.
so you came back though with a new hair color and new tunes, right? And then so Mr. Bus Driver Man Sir and Her, these songs are complex. They're for kids, right? But it's not like just a 3, 4, 5 change. You got the finger picking. It's this is musical, and then the way that you put your lyrics together, and then the chattiness, in between, like the vibe between the two of you. It's just freaking magic. And I was watching it this morning, and I was like, we need a kids show. I'm not going to charge you for this consultation, but we need a kids show, and maybe a cartoon, and then definitely some sort of song and picture book. So I'm telling you right now, let's get the investors. I'm ready to go to print with all of this.
If you need any technological help, Jimmy's here for you.
I'm a shit technologist.
He's a shit technologist.
Who writes the song? Who writes the song? Yeah, who puts the lyrics together? Do you guys? What's your style? What's the secret for y'all?
What's our secret? Well,
we're both songwriters. We both write. Usually we write separately. Sometimes we write together. He writes most of the kids' songs, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Most of them, because he's on a bus with kids every day. So
yeah, you got the most interaction, the most inspiration from the children, right?
Inspiration,
exactly.
They can be inspiring, can't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in the blog where I said, well, kids, we can't go to space today because I don't have my cosmic Dwizzle Bazimperator, which we need to go do space and time travel. And one of the kids said, I have one in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's
so
timing.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Well, and that she knew that you were full of shit, right? And
yeah.
And she still wanted to go to space. And and then if she said she had one in her bag, she knew that you had to go along with it. So you took them to space, Jimmy Joe.
Yeah, they haven't. They're young. They haven't given up on imagination yet.
Can you guys give us a Mr. Can we get a Better Have song in a minute? But can we get a Mr. Buster Everman Sir song? Do you think that's possible? I'm going to ask for 2 songs. If that's okay.
Ellen's Ride, and if we're going to do another song.
Did you want to hear Ellen's Ride?
Oh,
I did.
Yeah. Let's talk about Ellen. This is Ellen. 5. She was in 3rd grade.
Well, she started on my bus in kindergarten for 5 years old.
Okay.
You tell Jimmy doesn't have kids.
Every morning for about 3 years. And then I lost that route. And then when she was in 5th grade, I got that route back again. And she was kind of grown up at that point. And I thought some of the magic was gone, but then I mentioned some of the crazy creatures, and she said, and she kind of finished my sentence one time. It was perfect.
Nice.
All right. Watch your step, get on the bus. Have a seat, take a ride with us. It's time for school, let's go for a ride. Give me your attention, I'll be your tour guide. take you through the hills on winding roads. Between the trees you'll see fluorescent toads. So hold on tight, it's starting to rain, and we're flying down the mountain like a runaway train. We've made it to the bottom with nary a scratch, but don't let go till we clear the briar patch. Driving through the park on a sunny day, see the armadillo right across the way. Left turn, ordinary street, so ordinary and boring that I might fall asleep. Check the clock, we're right on time. Quick, take a right, we're starting to climb. This is the road they call Burgers Hill. You'll never see anybody standing still. Worker ants and worker bees, working in plants and working in trees. Now we're leaving all the ordinary stuff behind, entering a world of a different kind. Keep your mind open and ask what if, as we enter the jungles of forest on the cliff. Look downriver over there to the east. It looks rather odd, a most curious beast. It swims and floats and walks with a twist. Must be a three-legged ironback rusted belly fish. Look through the trees now, what do you see? A strange-looking fella looking back at me. I don't know if it was hatched or born, a one-striped, one-horned, flying zebra corn. Ordinary town is up ahead through the gate. It's time to get to school, let's not be late. But we're trapped by an animal the size of a bus, so hold on tight as we pass the rhinoceros. We're out of the jungle on the way to school. Just take a look, the bus is out of fuel. I'm happy to walk you the rest of the way. Now go on, little friend, have a most enchanted day. It's nice to see you, how do you do? You caught the right bus, we've been waiting for you. Just hop on board when you need a lift. We'll take you for a ride through the jungles of forest on the cliff.
Woo!
Thank you.
I love that song. That's so good. Playing in the Dirt is that the album that they buy? The people that want
Yes, it
Bus
is.
Driver
Yeah.
Man, busdrivermanmusic.com. Now you're going to be at the farmers markets soon, right? You're hitting up where are you going?
Yeah, Barton Creek Farmers Market. It's the first Saturday in December.
I think it's
Okay.
Yeah, December 5th. So we're doing first Saturdays. We used to do it every week. Now we're rotating host, but so December 5th at 10 to noon. 10 o'clock to noon.
And this is one of the things that I'll tell people if they go out there. It's a wonderful market, and there's a lot of folks that bring some food, like the what do you call groceries, like fruits and stuff, produce. Yeah, and
Produce
then
if you're from England.
produce. Do they call it that in England?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
They do. I
They
think they say
have
vitamins.
Yeah.
vitamins.
There's a lot of vitamins in produce.
Vitamins, yeah.
I was trying to think of the other one, but it'll take me too long. But as far as let's switch gears, because I feel like I'm giving too much time to the bus driver, man. I want to talk about the better halves. What is it about your music? And maybe it's because I met you guys at Romeo's, but it's like love songs. It's folky. It's like two gears coming together. You know, when I listen to you, and it's a well-oiled machine. How did that happen? You guys met. You gave them a CD, but how did the band happen?
It started just with us getting together once a week or so and playing music, and yes.
I don't know. We learned some of each other's songs, and then I would sing with him. He'd play guitar with me. I had a duo with my girlfriend, and he'd play with us sometimes with me and Allison. And it just sort of evolved over time, I guess.
Have y'all never discussed how you met each other? Is this your first time meeting each other?
Well,
Jimmy Joe, Chrissy?
We didn't discuss
Jimmy
it.
Joe?
We just lived it.
Yeah, we just lived
it.
But life as an Austin musician, and then you got it. We were just talking to Jared. He's a comic, and he has a job. Thank God, so he can continue to be a comic. Y'all have jobs to continue doing music. One day, listen. As soon as I'm rich, you just keep telling people to come to the show. Okay, tell them to subscribe to the YouTube so I can rename the channel. When I'm rich, I'm taking all of you with me, even Dwayne. Even Dwayne.
You are totally not taking me.
Yeah. I'll ask you to come along, but
no, you won't.
The music
you won't even ask.
In Austin, being a musician is tough right now, and the Austin music scene, the live music capital of the world, it's difficult. And you're still doing it, and I know you're being safe about it, but what is it like when you see people hear you? I mean, people are starved for human contact, right? Are you seeing that from the people that are out there at the market?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hesitant to go back out to perform, but we have we're kind of set away from the market itself, off to the side, and there are just a few tables scattered around pretty far away from each other, and it's out in the open air. So
folks are able to distance a little bit and just kind of lay back and enjoy the music.
Yep. Yeah. So then I felt better about it. And now it's really nice to get back out and play.
Yeah. I'm sure the folks that are out there listening to you guys are appreciative of it too, because they've been cooped up in their homes and not been able to get out and see the sunshine, buy fresh produce, and listen to live music.
The farmers markets have a special place for me. When I first moved here 10 years ago, I would do these things. I came, I had enough money to keep me alive for a while, but I was looking for a job, but I would have these things called free days where I would go into the Chronicle and then just look up all the free things. And I would just go and do those, and the farmers market was always a wonderful thing. One time I ended up at I think what's the group that our rainbow Austin Facial Hair Club shirts that it supports Youth Works. Do you know what I'm talking about, Dwayne? I'm talking to you, Dwayne. Anyway,
the name of that charity you're asking me?
They had a thing that was free hot dogs and
Out Youth.
And I ended up at this thing, and it was like an open house for Out Youth. I think might have been the thing, and it's for young kids that might be lesbian, gay, LGBTQ, and then needing support, and they could go there and get counseling or just free support, and then they also could help you if you were in a terrible situation.
Thanks, Amber. I got it.
But I ended up there for hot dogs, and I met so many amazing people, and y'all are some of the people that I could have met at the farmers market if I hadn't been going to this other one up north, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure you met some good people at that farmer's market too.
I did.
You tend to meet the nicest people at farmers markets.
Yeah. I used to live in LA, and I started working in farmers markets there, not playing music, but selling bread and other stuff. And I met some great people out there at farmers
They
markets.
used to say you meet great people at church, but I have not experienced that. Farmers markets. I've met great people at farmers markets, but not at church.
Well, you know, I think people go
And on
to
Hondas. They say you
People-
meet great people on Hondas.
good people in Hondas.
Yeah, you meet the nicest people on a Honda.
I don't. Is that a joke?
No, it was a marketing.
That was
ad.
you meet the nicest people on a Honda.
Yeah.
This is from the.
You never
70s?
heard that?
No. No,
It's from like the 70s,
it's
probably 60s.
look. While we're talking about, and I'm sorry, Jimmy Joe and Chrissy, I'll be right back with you. But look, there's that AT&T commercial where the girl goes, word of mouth advertising. That's what they used to do before commercials.
I don't have
Who
cable
wrote
anymore. I don't
that
see
commercial?
commercials.
Put mark the tape because I want to talk about that at some.
No,
other
you're
show. We're
not
gonna have
supposed
a
to
whole-
say mark the tape.
I know. I'm just saying mark the
Hates when you
content.
do that.
I know. I love the Better Halves. I'm not going to ask for the song that you think I'm going to ask for, but can you give me a Better Halves song, like what the one that, let's say, we're all on a ship and all we have is a CD player and your instruments have been destroyed. I'm sorry, a piano fell because the ship is listing, and your guitars are. So all we can do, we wanted this is like our last song. We're all going down with the ship, and I got your CD and I say, just put it on the song. This is it. We're all going. This is it. I want to hear this last song before I go into the sweet abyss and wait for the mermaid to find me and save me.
Yeah, no pressure.
Or just play a song. You already had one planned, so just play that one because that's the one.
Play us the last song that you would want us to hear before we all die a horrible drowning death and are eaten by sharks.
Okay, I got to work on that. I'll work on
It'd
that.
be that one that you wrote about the camera in Oregon.
Oh, I forgot even wrote a song about the camera in Oregon.
See, that's how you know you're good when you forget. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I wrote that. That was a great
But
song.
But that could be a setup. They're like, oh, I didn't even know I did that one. And they're like, oh, it goes just like this. All right. I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you put us on the spot because we have to pick from all of our hit songs now.
We can do For the Birds.
That's a joke.
Maybe.
For the Birds?
I don't know. Would that be the song we'd play if everyone was dying?
Probably not. It's a fun song, lighthearted, and upbeat.
Do it.
Doesn't seem like the sinking ship kind of a song.
You know what?
I think that's what you want
I
when
think-
you're sinking
I
is
think they're
lighthearted
saving-
and upbeat.
They just told me that they're saving the ship. The ship's not going down.
And they rescued our guitars.
Yeah, and you have the guitars. Oh yeah, you can play the guitars. I hope you didn't think that for a second you
Yeah.
couldn't play the guitars.
Hey, this is going to be my float.
Is that what
Yeah.
we should do? Or do
Yeah,
you want to do
do
on
it.
Flipper?
It's either that or a fast hot rod lawnmower song. So
Oh, I'm down with hot rod lawnmowers all day.
Give us the hot rod lawnmower song because it just so happens on the horizon, lawnmowers are coming. It's like it's like Santa being pulled by the.
There's grass
boat.
on the ship.
Yeah, and lawnmowers are coming. They're going so fast. They're on the water and they're
It's-
coming to save us. They're
They're
towing something.
hovercraft ride
And-
on lawnmowers.
So lawnmower, hot rod song.
all right. Well, this is one I wrote for my uncle for his induction into the Hot Rod Hall of Fame. And he had a lawnmower. And I called one time, my brother was visiting him, and I said, well, what are you guys doing with that lawnmower? He said, oh, the engine's burning oil, so we took the engine out. We're going to rebuild it.
Are you going to say why he was in the Hot Rod Hall of Fame?
For many reasons, but he had worked on cars that broke the land speed record on the Bonneville Salt Flats. And he had also designed an engine called the 7-liter aluminum Hemi for drag racing.
Okay.
So I mentioned that because it makes an appearance in this song. It's called Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's a race car engineer. He lived the fast life year after year down on the golden coast of Malibu. He had a few most basic needs, most of which involved high speed. Had to get out there and see what that baby could do. He always found his greatest thrill on the salt flats of Bonneville, where he tried his best to beat the rate of sound. He had not a bit of animosity when it came to attaining the highest velocity. He learned to fly with 4 wheels on the ground. Uncle Joe's the man behind the scene, the mastermind behind the machine. Had a knack for making a motor scream. Wasn't a bolt he couldn't turn that wouldn't make those tires burn. He always pushed the limits beyond the extreme. Uncle Joe, you're always on the go. Don't you even know the meaning of the word slow? Uncle Joe, you don't have to show how fast you can go. They'll only throw you in the hole. Uncle Joe made a car so fast the very earth shook. He drove it right into the record book. If you ask him out, he'll tell you he just got lucky. As good things always come to an end, well, fuel economy killed that trend. He retired to the rolling hills of West Kentucky. He left behind the movers and shakers, bought a house, 5 or 6 acres. Speed was no longer his reigning factor. Blended into the quiet scenery, communed with all that sprawling greenery. Went out and bought himself a John Deere tractor. After only about a week, well, that old John Deere developed a leak. It burned oil faster than he could buy it. So he parked it in his new garage. It was right behind a '69 Dodge. Speed bug bit him hard, and he couldn't deny it. So he pulled out that sad excuse for an engine, cleared up a spot on his workbench, procured a solid block of aluminum. He torched and welded the engine bay. Well, that was really just the only way. Those damn John Deeres just didn't have enough room in them. He cut and drilled and cleared clearance, machined and milled and tolerated tolerances, forced a set of pistons by his hand. He blueprinted and balanced the thing and threw in a set of custom rings, and soon he had a 7-liter Hemi on the stand. He dropped it in and tuned it up, and that engine roared when he fired it up. He hopped on that tractor just like a townie. He put it in gear and he popped the clutch, and he didn't even hardly give it that much. And before he knew it, Uncle Joe mowed down half the county. Uncle Joe, you're always on the go. Don't you even know the meaning of the word slow? Uncle Joe, you don't have to show how fast you can go. They'll only throw you in the hole. Uncle Joe. Old Farmer Bill Wagon called the law. His young'uns all stood around in awe as that John Deere tractor cut down his old barn. Bill told the sheriff, "You better hurry, 'cause now I'm really starting to worry. As soon there won't be nothing left of my old farm." Uncle Joe didn't have any trouble driving through the brush and rubble, crossing wooded hills and through the holler. But every twist and turn that he took, well, it was just like an open book, 'cause he cut a clear path for the cops to follow. That Hemi didn't fail to deliver when Joe decided to jump the river. Soon he headed for the highway up ahead. Just about then, his mean machine drank the last drop of gasoline, and that John Deere tractor sat as good as dead. Oh no, Uncle Joe, the law's on your trail. The idea if you don't end up in jail. Joe Sander Courthouse, feeling nervous, the judge gave him community service. Said we could use a man of your exceptional skill. So they put him to work out there in the yard, hopping up those police cars. Not to mention that judge's coupe de ville. A short time later, Uncle Joe passed on. He never could stay in one place too long. He left this world racetrack, bound or bust. His remains went to a high-tech school where they made him into a super top fuel, and his ashes now leave the rest of him in the dust. Uncle Joe, you're always on the go. Don't you even know the meaning of the word slow? Uncle Joe, you don't have to show how fast you can go, even though they'll never throw you in the hole. Uncle Joe.
Yes. That's a, what do you call that when like it's the greatest song in the world? Like what do you call it? I adore y'all, and I want to see you, and I'm gonna see you at the next I'm gonna come out and see you that first weekend in December and throw some money in your tip jar. I want to ask all of our listeners, please, and Kyle, please put their PayPal and their correct PayPal up and their Venmo. Send them money, and then also buy their stuff. The Better Halves. Do we have a website for the Better Halves, or
The BetterHalvesMusic.com.
BetterHalvesMusic.com.
Guess you can buy stuff from there. I need to go in there. I took a break from that too.
Yeah.
Take a break.
But everything's out of date now.
And you guys got the kids album coming out soon?
No, we have we did that a couple of years, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that's available. It should be on iTunes and all of that.
Yeah, it's all out there.
Yeah.
It's
Ellen's
fun
right.
music.
That song is going to be I had plans to make a picture book out of it, and all the artwork is done by a great artist and guitar player named Darren Kovacic.
So it's ready to go?
It's ready to go. It's just getting over that last hump.
Well, I've got a couple because I've thought about it too, and I did a little research. I'll send you some links so you can self-publish. There's a way you can do it through Amazon, and it's very cost effective, and it's a way for you to get it out to people, and it's I think people need it, and I love the relationship that you have with the kids. Thank you, Jimmy Joe, for being there for the kids. This is tough for them, but I think it's tougher for the adults that are worried about the kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep telling my sister to just, shut up. The kids are fine. Stop telling them, oh, I wish that you guys could have it this way or that way.
The kids are adaptable.
It's really tougher for the adults who are ready for the kids to go back to school.
I see the relief on the parents' faces in the morning.
Right.
I'm jealous.
Well, thanks for getting them there safe and sound, because I believe that children are the future, and if you teach them well and you let them lead the way.
Again,
I mean, because if you could show them the beauty that they possess inside.
This is the second time you've tried this.
Give them a sense of pride. I love you. The Natolis. Chrissy and Jimmy Joe, the Better Halves, Mr. Bus Driver Man, Sir, and her.
Find my camera.
Find them online. Thank you so much for coming on, and I'll see you real soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
You
awesome.
guys take care.
See ya.
Chrissy and Jimmy Joe Natoli. The BetterHalvesMusic.com.
That was fun.
Bus Driver Man Music.com.
I wanted to mention how much I liked his school bus socks this morning. Live stream.
So much fun this morning, and I screwed up. I was like, they put up the piece of paper with their PayPal and their Venmo. I was like, hold it up so I can type it out. I got their Venmo right, and then I screwed up on the PayPal. I was like, oh my god! Like, this is the one time is the one time like somebody was like, you know what? I just got that money from Aunt Felicia. You know, I might as well just drop them a cool 10,000.
Wait, Aunt who?
I don't know, Felicia. You know, an Aunt Felicia. I don't know.
Oh.
What's a
I thought
rich
you said
aunt
Aunt
that dies
Felicia.
and gives you no. Memes. Let's do it quick because we're already late.
We do memes or somebody dies.
That's me. Did we not see this one last week?
That was the beginning of last week's memes, wasn't it?
Okay.
Your bare butted,
That's me. That's my butt.
bare assed baby Jimmy.
It's a gorgeous
It's
baby.
hard to say. Bare assed baby Jimmy.
Next.
Especially after a few Bud Light seltzers.
These are the
Hey,
finalists. These are the
There's
finalists.
something we wanted to announce about nationals.
That it's December 19th.
Yeah,
is
premiering.
when it's going to premiere
on Twitch.
On Twitch. So
if you haven't already, go and subscribe to the National Beard and Mustache Championships Twitch, whatever.
Well, I think it might be AFHC
Twitch guy.
Twitch or Beard Team USA's Twitch. Anyway,
Beard Team USA's Twitch. Yeah.
Go to the event. Okay, next. We're talking too much about it. I got tired.
What is this?
Kelly's 55 friend requests. One of them is Dwayne Primo. Remember we were talking about all the creepos?
Yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the guy whose show you were on.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who gave you a spot. Least you could do for being on my show.
Did she like you back?
Accept my friend request. I don't
Did
know. I don't care. I don't check
Trump
Facebook.
declares national disaster. Okay, have you seen the miniature table? Okay, next. I've got it somewhere in here. Oh, and then I don't want to make any jokes about the window. Okay, there's no jokes, but everybody was doing jokes about the window again, and I was like, why are they? I mean, that is like the worst thing to attack somebody on. Like, haha, your kid died. Like, never a funny punchline. So I was like, what did he say? What racist stuff did he say? What did Eric?
He didn't. I don't think he said anything racist. I think they did some sort of like anti fucking masks or lockdowns or something.
What is this? They've taken it too far. leave Eric Clapton alone. I mean, who was
Look,
it,
man? Nobody wants to be locked down, right?
Did he do George Harrison's wife, or did Harrison do Eric Clapton's wife?
I don't know.
He's been through it because I think it's George Harrison slept with Eric Clapton's wife. So
when you're a guitar player from England, isn't it kind of like being a fighter pilot? You just kind of share women,
I guess. Next,
and then what the astronauts did, right?
We got a lot. We got to go through this quick. Jellied cranberry.
Who cares?
Okay. Next.
Take your time, Kyle.
Next. I had 3 pies. 3 pies at one point in my fridge. Right.
We had 3 pies too.
This is the thing.
Wait, what?
Buys leftover gravy. This guy will buy.
Can we make that bigger? Or read it to me, Jimmy.
No, it says I will buy leftover gravy up to $1.25 an ounce. I'll buy brown gravy, cream gravy, sawmill gravy, country gravy, white gravy, milk gravy.
How are you gonna have? How are you against onion gravy? Fuck
says,
you, dude. I'm not selling you any gravy if you're not going to accept onion gravy.
Onion gravy's out. Potato gravy, ginger gravy, lemongrass gravy. Who's making lemongrass gravy? Lima bean gravy.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't like onion gravy. Fuck you.
Is that Jello gravy? No. Okay, next.
Next. 2. You want both of them?
Have we seen this one before?
I mean,
this is weird. Chaka.
Hold on, let's unscramble this.
I feel fine.
Fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Chaka. Next.
Sounds like Kyle when he got in the studio today.
My first presidency. Did you see him sitting at the tiny desk? It was even a short chair. It was like a chair that one of the legs broke, and then they sawed all the other legs to be as tall as the short leg. And he sat down and gave a press conference from this table like a freaking lunatic. Next. Dear evangelicals, did you ever notice that once you made a godless, lawless, lying, womanizing con man your new messiah, a plague showed up? Sincerely, everyone else. Next.
That's a good one. Oh my!
It's fascinating, isn't it? Do you see what's happening?
I see what's happening, but
I mean, somebody needs to make a show with these people. Next. Yeah. This is me the other day. Next.
Where do you find these stupid memes? That
okay. It says Kathy McVeigh hit by flying hot dog.
Who is throwing hot dogs that hard?
I don't know. Next.
And they're overcooked, by
Around
the way.
1,000 Jupiters could fit inside the sun. 1,300 Earths could fit inside Jupiter. 63 Earths could fit inside Uranus if you tried real hard.
64 if you relax.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Sky Daddy. I really wish you'd stop praying like that.
There's Sky Daddy.
This is I had a girl touch my arm in a casual way, and I was like, I haven't had human touch. I always called 911, like fire in my pants. Next. Is that it? Yeah, that was me. I was like, no,
right there.
She touched me. Did you know if a female fox dies, her mate will stay single forever, but a widowed female fox will look for a new mate immediately?
Bitch.
Okay. This is terrible, but amazing. This is a line of
I can't read this graph.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. See how the line's going down, and then it goes.
You got to tell me
down.
what
this is charting is Jenga sales.
Okay.
And then
Jenga sales in the
90s, and then the downturn is 9/11. This is the new thing that they're doing. They're taking photos of cells.
How many people do you think had 2 Jenga sets and Matchbox planes?
No.
And like toss the planes
Too
at
soon.
the Jenga sets?
Too soon.
How's it too soon? It's been like 20 fucking years.
Give it to me straight, Doc. No, wait. Give it to me gay. Girl, bye. You dying. Next. Yeah, seriously, whoever it was that put this guy at the table deserves a fucking medal.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Is that, wait a minute, go back. Was that press conference from the other day?
Yeah, for Thanksgiving Day.
You see, from the angle I watched it at, I couldn't tell that it desk was that tiny.
Look at the leg bend. Look at the leg bend. I'm sitting at a normal sized desk. My legs are going straight down, 90-degree angle from thigh to bottom.
Be fair, the dude's like 6'4", right?
Okay, but that is a tiny freaking desk.
Maybe he's long leg. Maybe he's got a short torso.
I keep thinking you guys can see my cursor. As
I bet you he's got a short torso. I bet you he's got to untuck it shirts.
You think it's just duct tape on the backside of that presidential seal on the front of that freaking freaking idiots. Next. Next.
I thought it said rhyming.
Listen, dude, sarcasm
rhymes.
No. Listen, dude, sarcasm will get you nowhere in life. Well, it got me into the Sarcasm World Championships in Peru back in 98. Really? No. I don't know why we say that. This is a guitar.
That is a guitar.
An ancient guitar. They found that recently. Next. Next. Is that it?
Hey man, I told you to stop taking screenshots of
your Twitter feed. Oh my God, we did it. We're so late. Sorry. Thank you to Aaron Johnson,
the guy who wants to do a 4-hour show.
Thank you to I mean, we could just keep going, but then it's just a 4 hour. Hey, Fluffy White Biscuits, one of our sponsors. We forgot to mention her at the beginning of the show. Thank you to Aaron Johnston. Thank you to Scott Sakura. I said it twice because I said Aaron's name twice. Now I said Aaron.
So nice.
Sky Goes Nut Scrub, Austin Facial Hair Club, and then the Ancient Astronaut Theorist University. Also, Jimmy's Bazaar. I need to get you a flyer for Jimmy's Bazaar, a big sponsor of the show. Thank you to Jared Walls at Jared Walsey, the Better Halves, music.com, Mr.
Driver Man
Music. It's so much fun. Listen to the Ladybird song today. I've just been singing it all day.
That is the correct PayPal.
Don't forget talkingbeards.com. You know what? Don't watch that show. Don't watch it. Whatever you do, those guys, don't watch them.
Don't watch who?
Talking Beards.
Oh.
They're taking our audience. We're moving to Tuesdays.
They talk about beards.
Okay, you can watch that. Watch it. And buy the poop knife. I think Aaron's making money off the poop knife.
I haven't needed a poop knife since I was like 37. Like, I haven't taken a solid shit in 15 years, 20 years.
I had a weird moment where I watched a roommate of mine go to the kitchen and get a spoon and then to the bathroom. And
he needed a poop knife.
He had a poop spoon. So you know what? That poop knife should be like a spork, spoon / knife. So knife on one side, spoon on the other. You know what? You guys got to just eat more fiber and hydrate, because what are you doing with these poop knives? Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. We're on the YouTubes. Please follow the YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe, Twitch,
Facebook,
and the Facebook.
Mostly YouTube though.
Kyle,
we need to name our channel.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Did Kyle already leave? He just left.
Kyle's like, he wasn't feeling it today.
He's in the feels. You in the feels, bro?
He's muted. His microphone's not working.
I'm good, man. I'm
good.
Fucking
shit.
I'm just waiting on y'all.
Right.
I'm just here.
Dirty
I'm
fingernails.
doing things.
Like
Just fucking around.
He put his fingernails up against the camera, and they were scuzzy.
They're still scuzzy. I changed out my own goddamn alternator because it failed earlier.
Well, good on you. I hope it wasn't an Optima from O'Reilly's.
No, an alternator, not a battery.
Or a Duralast from AutoZone.
Once again, drinking word of the day.
Shit
technologists.
Thank you, everybody, for
equal.
We don't have any video to close on, so we're just gonna go. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go.
Thank you, Kyle. We'll see you next.
We went long anyway.
Dwayne, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bonnie.
Before we go,
Jeff,
yeah.
Amber, Larry.
December the 12th. I will not be here. It will be Kyle and Jimmy alone doing the show.
You're gonna have to find a co-host.
No. It's you. You're the co-host.
Nah.
You're the.
We'll put it to a vote with the audience if they
right.
Maybe I'll do the show from the road.
Leave us a voicemail on how much you want Kyle to host,
not co-host,
as well as Jimmy's dad to come on and read us some comics.
Oh God, I want to do that.
Actually, if you guys want to, call us and leave us a voicemail of you reading some comics, that'd be cool too.
Do it. Call us, leave us some voicemails. We'll play them on next week's show. Also, if you ever have any ideas for guests, or if you got somebody that you think we'd be interested in talking to, feel free to reach out to us. It's
Do not fucking email us. Shut the fuck up,
gmail.com.
Don't bother emailing us. It's the worst email address known to man.
No, you would. The email address is longer than the email that you would email.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt. Show do got dot.
All right.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.